And, there was a moment where I was playing defense against Cade, and he went to the hole, and I got elbowed in the face, like the first possession.
Flagrant elbow.
So that was, a welcome to NBA moment.
What's up, all you Piston fans? It's your boy, Flagrant Elbow, back with another one. Check this out. We got some good information, some feel-good Detroit Piston content, news, rumors. Or news, not rumors. But we got some good information today. Really get you excited about the upcoming season, to really get you excited about the camaraderie that our boys are having among each other, and some things we're going to talk about is some good news about Cade Cunningham from the national spotlight, the eyes of the national world, those who are not necessarily Piston fans, and how they view Cade Cunningham from a respected source. So with that being said, before we get started, we want to thank everybody for subscribing to the channel. Right now we're at 456 subscribers. If you are not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button. If you like consistent Detroit Pistons content, check out the channel, subscribe to the channel. I'm sure you'll be happy and be thrilled to join our community here. Everyone's real respectable here, and we all enjoy good Pistons talk. So try to leave a comment if you have anything you'd like to say, and I always try to make sure that I respond. We want to make sure that all of us are being respectful in the comments. So once again, thank everyone who has already subscribed, and if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon to be notified when new videos come out. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into the Pistons content. Here recently, we got some footage of the Pistons hanging out together. We had pictures of them hanging out before at a few games to close out the season last year during the playoffs. And also had them hanging together in the Summer League and also at Rico Hines. But now we got some footage of them hanging out in Detroit on Stearns and Livernois at Cecilia's gym. They took a picture out front there, and also at the Motown Museum. They got a video footage of them singing My Girl, all together, all having a good time. I was excited about the picture there at Stearns, at St. Cecilia's gym because I seen Alec Burks. And I hadn't seen Alec Burks be with the Pistons, say anything about the Pistons or anything. So I was like, man, do he want to be here? I like Alec Burks' game, so I was excited to see him there. He's got a big smile on his face. He's with everybody. The picture I have has someone brought it to my attention because I was asking about it on Twitter. It has beef stew cropped out. You just see just a portion of him in the lower left hand side sitting there. But everyone was there. Everyone was there. Knox was there. Jaden Ivey, Cade, Livers. Everyone was there. Duran was there. And I was excited about that. When you see the team hanging out together, building that camaraderie, that's something that's important. Chemistry has to be built in order for this team to be successful. Building it on the court and off the court, that's a true key to success for this team, in my opinion. Whether it means more wins or not, no one knows. But it definitely will help develop a good atmosphere where accountability and brotherhood are the building blocks that can lead to success on the court. Accountability and brotherhood. You always hear about people talking about, hey, this my guy here, this my guy here. I go to war with this guy. I get in the trenches with this guy. That's brotherhood. That's chemistry. So when they're building that off the court, then they're gonna stick together and ride together when they get on the court. And hopefully, with the talent they have, hopefully, with how good that looks on paper, hopefully that will mean more wins, and eventually with the core group, that'll mean championships in the near future, or respectability in the Eastern Conference. So that's one thing that I appreciated. That's one thing that I liked about seeing this picture. Another example of Troy Weaver and Casey, what they're putting together here, and how they're having everybody stick together and build that chemistry off the court. And hopefully that'll translate to what's going on in the court at practice. And one thing about a team, accountability is important. Because accountability doesn't let anybody slide because they're making more money than the next man, or because they're the star of the team over the next man. See, everybody can now speak up and hold each other accountable. Somebody see Cade getting out of line. Hey man, you need to watch what you're doing. Watch what you're doing here with the company you keeping this way. Be careful with this. Somebody is not going to be scared to speak up to Cade. I was kind of worried a little bit with his video he put out, the rapping, because I know where that can lead with the association sometimes that puts you around. So when you have accountability and brotherhood, some of the older vets, some of the close friends can speak up and won't feel out of line or out of place doing so, knowing that Cade's the leader, or Cade's the leader of the team. He's making more money than me. He's the number one pick. See, it doesn't matter. Accountability and brotherhood builds that chemistry, and everyone being held accountable to each other is what can be a strength for this team. Now, I'm not saying that to say that Cade did anything wrong in itself, but I know that you have to be careful going down certain streets, and that's all I'm speaking on with regards to the choice that he was making as far as his music choice and pursuing that. Just got to be careful of some things. So that's the one point that I wanted to talk about, the chemistry. Those pictures there down at the gym and down at the Motown Museum, it was really good to see that once again. I love camaraderie, I love the brotherhood, and I love the chemistry that these guys are putting together, and how that's going to translate on the court for us as Piston fans. So it's always a feel-good story, right? When your team's doing things like that. We want the best for them all.
Make me feel this way, my girl. Make me feel this way, my girl.
The second part of this discussion today is going to be an ESPN list that they put out of their top players. I forgot the exact number that the list went up to. I think it went up to 100 of the NBA's top players. And Cade made 35 on the list. Cade Cunningham, the rookie from last year, made 35 on the list. I'm satisfied with 35. He's ahead of some people that I was like, wow, he's ahead of that person in ESPN's eyes. See, we as Piston fans, we always want to say that our guys are way up here. Our guys are way up here. But see, in the national spotlight, they don't necessarily look at our guys like that. Think about Frank Jackson. Frank Jackson meant a lot to a lot of us, because we seen what he did with us at the Pistons. Sometimes he was on, but a lot of times he was hot. And when he was hot, he was real good. But everyone didn't see the value that we saw, because we watched him every game. We seen him pour it all out on the line for the Pistons. But he finally landed a spot with the Phoenix Suns, a non-guaranteed deal. But still, he landed a spot after not having a job for a while. Nobody seen the value that we saw in Frank Jackson. So Cade being number 35 was I'm totally satisfied with that. Going into his sophomore year, like I said, many people didn't watch him. We probably would think he deserves to be higher, but note this important point from ESPN. They put Evan Mobley right behind Cade Cunningham. And that's funny, because Evan Mobley was right before Cade Cunningham in the Rookie of the Year selection. We all felt that Cade should have been the Rookie of the Year. They put Evan Mobley right in front of him. And guess where they put Scotty Barnes? I think Scotty Barnes was a few steps behind Evan Mobley, maybe 38, 39 behind Evan Mobley. So he was even further behind Cade Cunningham. So I thought that was interesting. But it shows that Cade Cunningham's game is gaining and getting some respect. We know the second half of the season last year, Cade really let his light shine. We all got a chance to see his total potential, and it was satisfied us not regretting taking him at pick number 1. We seen what Troy saw, what the front office saw. Cade is that guy. So 35 is a respectable number. Hopefully this upcoming season, his sophomore year in the league, he'll climb even higher. But if not, Cade's still my guy. And no doubt for us Piston fans, Cade is still our guy. So if he climbs, that's good in the national spotlight. But if not, Cade is still our guy. The main thing that matters to me is not what ESPN thinks about Cade, not if Stephen A. Smith says anything good about Cade, but what matters to me is that he helps lead our team to respectability in the Eastern Conference. That's what matters to me. Respectability in the Eastern Conference. Whether or not we make the playoffs this season or not, I want teams to respect the Pistons when they come in there. Hearing KD show respect for the Detroit Pistons, and Kyrie Irving chimed in there a little bit too, speaking up for the Pistons. That felt good. So you like teams to come in and respect what we have going on here. I didn't feel we had that respect when we had Drummond and Reggie Jackson out there dancing all the time. Teams didn't respect Detroit. But now you got some warriors in there. You got some solid veterans in there. Teams are going to have to respect the Detroit Pistons. And everybody on the team knows who our leader is. That's Cade Cunningham. So he's number 35 in the ESPN spotlight. I'm fine with that. That's cool. But whether you like him or not, whether the national media likes him or not, Cade Cunningham is our guy. And I want him to lead us to respectability in the Eastern Conference and put us on the path of NBA championship contention. That's what matters most to me, and I'm sure you Piston fans feel the same way. Let me know in the comments how you really feel, though. Are you happy with ESPN putting him at 35? Felt he should be higher? Felt he should be lower? How do you feel about the fact that the two in front of him for Rookie of the Year last year are behind him now? That's funny to me. How do you feel about the camaraderie that we see with the team hanging out together, singing My Girl together? I love it. So let's continue to watch our boys get together, grow together, build that chemistry, build that brotherhood and accountability, and hopefully we'll see that translate into some wins on the court. So that's all I have for you today. Once again, I want to thank everybody for 456 subscribers. If you're new, please subscribe to the channel. If you like consistent Piston content, and I'll be sure to put out continue to keep putting out videos that you like. We're close to the preseason training camp getting ready to start, so I know everybody's excited about that. So stay tuned for more content. That's all I have for now. With that, I want everybody to stay safe.